Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Shahbaz S. So in this video we are going to perform correlation analysis in R. So we will perform Pearson correlation as well as Spearman correlation in R. So it is easy to run a correlation, but picking the wrong method can completely distort your findings. So we will briefly cover when to use Pearson for linear relationship with normally distributed continuous data versus when to switch to Spearman rank correlation for non-linear, monotonic or ordinal data. So then we will dive into RStudio using correlation to test and check the statistical significance, extract the confidence intervals and plot the relationship cleanly. So in this case, we first need to consult our PowerPoint presentation. So we come here. So we are going to do correlation coefficients in R. So we will see Pearson correlation, Spearman correlation, categorical association, adjusted correlations and nonlinear dependence. So we are choosing the correct coefficient for the data and research question. So there are different coefficients answer different association questions. So Pearson, when we use linear association between two continuous variables. However, we conduct the Spearman correlation in case of monotonic rank-based association robust to non-normality. And the pi-Kramer-V association between categorical variables according to pi-Kramer-V rule. And there is also partial and semi-partial correlation. Test the association after controlling for one or more variables. And there is also distance correlation, any dependence, including in nonlinear relationships. So measurement scale determines the coefficients. There is continuous variables, so we apply Pearson correlation because we are going to test linear relationship. And Spearman correlation, monotonic relationship, partial and semi-partial, adjusted continuous association, as well distance correlation, linear or nonlinear dependence. So categorical variables, two binary variables, we see the pi, two nominal variables with the larger tables, we see the Kramer-V rule. Always inspect crosstabs and expected frequencies. So we have a data set of 12 respondents. As you can see, the value X, Y, control group, data 1, variable 1, 2, and there is category with 3 categories A, B, and C and nonlinear Y values. Okay, so now we also see the threshold values to accept and reject the hypothesis. We see that correlation magnitude 0.10 indicates small association, relationship between the variables 0.3 indicate moderate relationship, and 0.5 or larger value indicates strong relationship. So there are also other threshold values which indicate the small, moderate and large relationship between the variables. So we see the Pearson and Spearman correlation. We always recommend the value should be between -1 to +1, which indicates negative and positive correlation. We also see pi-Kramer-V rule. 0 indicates no association between the variables. 1 indicates perfect association between the variables. In case of partial and semi-partial correlation, interpret the adjusted coefficient and its squared value. In case of distance correlation, 0 independence in population, larger values indicate stronger dependence. So now we perform the correlation analysis using different methods in R. So first of all, we import our data as I give dataset to ChatGPT and required for coding. So we need to import this dataset in R. We copy and paste the command here and then press enter. Dialog box open. You need to select your data in the same directory and then click open. So our data has been opened in R. So next we need to perform the descriptive statistics including sample size, mean, median, standard deviation, minimum, maximum and quartile values. So we need to copy the prompt and paste in our console and then press enter. So we get the descriptive statistics. There is variable x and y, two variables. You can see there are total number of respondent 12. There is mean value for x variable is 21 and in case of y there is 26. So there is a significant change. And well, median value 21 in case of x variable and 26 second variable, as well as standard deviation, minimum and maximum values. So next we see the Pearson plus Spearman correlation and related test. To check the Pearson relationship and Spearman correlation relationship, we copy this prompt and then paste in R and then press enter. Okay, so you can see the results of both Pearson correlation and Spearman correlation. Okay, so first we see the normality of the data. You can see Shapiro-Wilk in case of Spearman correlation. You can see the Shapiro-Wilk normality test. The value is Wilk value is 0.9669 and the p-value is higher than 0.07. So there is evidence that the data is normal. And in case of Pearson correlation, the Shapiro-Wilk normality test, the Wilk value is 0.96321 and the p-value is also greater than 0.07. So it means 0.05. So it means there is also evidence that the data is normal. Okay, so there is also Pearson correlation, Pearson product movement correlation, the complete name. You can see the t value is 53.18, which is greater than 1.96 with a degree of freedom 10 and the p value is less than 0.05. So there is a significant association. So it means alternative hypothesis true correlation is not equal to 0. And also see the confidence interval 0 doesn't come between the lower and the upper boundary of confidence interval. So it means there is significant association. So as well you can see the effect value which is 0.9982367 greater than 0.7. So there is a large effect size. Okay, in case of Spearman correlation, we also find that the Spearman correlation value equal to 0 and the p-value is less than 0.05. So there is also a significant association. Alternative hypothesis true ratio is not equal to 0. Sample estimates 1 because in case of Spearman correlation the perfect value is 1. Okay, so we also see the matrix. In case of Pearson correlation, we see that there is a perfect correlation between the same variable x and x, but we need to see the association and relationship of one variable with others. As you can see, there is a strong correlation coefficient between variable x and y. As well, you can see there is also a strong correlation, mean perfect correlation one between control variable and x value. You can also see non-linearity, also the strong correlation. In case of y, you can also see there is a strong correlation relationship between variable x and y because we have already interpreted in all cases. So now we move to Spearman matrix. So you can also see there is the value perfect 1, as you can see here, the Spearman correlation, the range from -1 to +1. So there is a +1, it indicates a strong positive correlation between the variables. So in this way we perform the Pearson correlation and Spearman correlation in R. So in the end, we save all results in one file. So in this way we also conduct, you see the scatter plot for Pearson correlation. We just need to copy the prompt and paste it, then press enter. So you can see the scatter plot of x and y variable. You can see all points are scattered on reference line. So no point is far from the reference line, so there is a perfect correlation relationship. So next we save the results. We copy this prompt, paste in console and then press enter. So R successfully created the results in one Excel file. So you can see in the same directory the all results we performed in R. So if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so you can get my next video.